guys, Kiera here, and welcome back to my channel. It's so good to be back, physically be back, to be able to post a video of me in person talking about something important to me and hoping that it's important to you and whatever. But it's really good to be back with you guys and hoping that, we've still got a little bit of viewers. Um, my room is different. I actually got a new little canvas thing. Sorry, on my camera it's so weird. That thing. Got a new bookshelf thing, and it complements my teal, gray, and white room so wonderfully. And it was nice to have a little bit of different. Now my room is completely full. I'm not sure I can fit anything else in here. But anyway, so today's video is kind of going to be a summary of what I want to start doing. I don't want to take away from doing my blind talk videos about visually impaired and blind people because it is very important to me and will always be important to me. And I will still incorporate some of that into my videos. But I do want to start something different. I kind of want to switch a little bit and talk about self-worth, not within the blind and visually impaired community, but just in general. I want to talk about self worth and knowing that you are enough, and the big thing about achievement. And I want to stress to people and anybody, young, old, new, whatever, that whatever you put your mind to, it is always achievable. Always achievable. Don't ever let somebody say, well, that's going to be kind of difficult and we don't know or whatever. Just remember that it is achievable. Let that be one of the number one things you think about when you think about wanting to reach your successes or whatever. But that, and then diversity, um, and wanting to be a better person and how you do that, and changing the world and what you can do by being a better person to change the world, and just different things like that. I think it's so important that we stress to our up and coming generation that no matter what we look like, no matter how we dress, how we talk, that we are still so wonderful and so blended and so awesome. And if we just look past the differences amongst other people, we can make do more to make our world a better place. So there are also some things that I had mentioned before that I had recorded, and that my camera or my computer or whatever was just not working, and it was like, nah, honey, you was done. But I'm going to incorporate some of those videos, some of the clips that I did have from the other day that just didn't work out and I got tired with it or whatever. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, and we'll get right on to wanting to change the world. That's going to be our first one. It's changing the world. In order to change the world, I feel like, you don't necessarily have to be a unity. At first, anyway. We need to be a unity overall in general, but first off, in order to begin to let our world be a better place, it can start with one person. And then that one person can affect and influence one other person, and then one other person will join in on it, and so forth and so on. I think our generation is a generation that, if one person's doing it, we want to make sure that it's more than one person doing it. If you get out in the world and you feel like you don't like what you see, then it is your right to go and try to change it. Like if you don't like the way a sign looks on a billboard, then that's not your right to go change it, because whoever put it up there, they did it or whatever. But things that you can help, that you can change, that are legal, then I say you go for it. For example, this may sound a little like, are you kidding? Like, that's a cliche, but it's true. If you see someone being bullied, then you go and you help them. Okay, I know that sounds like, really, that's the first advice of changing the world you're going to give us? Yes, of course I am. Because when you go and you stop somebody from being bullied, you ultimately become a better person. You are helping change your world by one less kid being bullied. And it sounds so silly, I understand, but it's the truth. And if we unite and we we are together and we are just doing what we need to do for our community. And for people who are being bullied, I mean, nobody wants to be bullied. That's not an ideal way to live life, to be a bully. And if you're a bully and it satisfies you, then there is clearly something that's going on in that brain of yours, and we probably need to get you on the Dr. Phil show, or to see Oprah or somebody like that, or you just need a good smack in the face. I think that would be the best solution for you who think that bullying is the best way to live your life, because it's not. Bullies are not satisfying. They're not fun. They're not funny. They are people who are they lack respect, and they lack self-respect, and they lack dignity, and they lack so much in their life that a person who doesn't bully has. You're more likely to have way more friends if you're less of a bully. Like me, for instance, I like to be friends with everybody. I'm a social butterfly. I will be friends with a bird. I'll go up and be friends with a total stranger on the street, as long as they look like, you know, they live there, they're all right. But it's important. It is very important to be the first person to stop bullying when you see it, and not wait for a teacher, or not wait until it's too late, or anything like that. Step up and be who you know you need to be, and who you know is right, because when we are good people, other people look at that, and then they want to follow in our lead, because then they see that after they're bullying, nobody wants to be around the bully. The bully is not fun. They are not popular like the movies portray them to be. And it is just so unattractive. So be a good person by not letting people bully other people, and standing up for what you believe is right when it comes to bullying and things like that, because that's one step closer to making our world a better place. Secondly, I think we would change our world by helping the homeless. I wish that I could go out and help the homeless and be a very big part of the homeless community. It is kind of hard where I am, the lack of transportation and things like that, and other people not taking it as seriously as I do. But in your community, whether you see a homeless person or not, it is so important to go and make their day, whether it is smiling at them, giving them something to eat, giving them something to drink, because what you may think is just like they don't want, like they're not going to want this half loaf of bread. Anything is accepting to them, I believe. And if we can do that, and bring a smile to somebody else's face, because you have to put it in perspective, you know um, switch it around. What if it were you, and you were hungry, and you were homeless, and all you would want was somebody to bring you something to eat, and things like that. We have to look out for those who are less fortunate than us, and we have to say, what is really important. Do I really need this candy bar right here at this point in time in my life, or can I use it to go buy a dollar cheeseburger and go give it to them, or a bottle of water, or something like that. Give back to your community, because your community is giving back to you, or they try to, or they should. And it can start with you. You could start that too. But give back, because you just don't ever know what a situation was. And I believe statistically, a lot of homeless people, they army people make up Marines and veterans and things like, and people in our Air Force, and people in our who serve, who are soldiers. I think they make up a great deal of homeless people. I think women and children as well. So think about it that way. Think of it, if it were your brother or sister, or a family member, or somebody you really care about. Feeding the homeless is really awesome, and it is awesome to give back to them, because they really care a lot. I did. I was helping at a soup kitchen one time, and we were only they were only supposed to have like one serving of dessert, and my friend and I were passing it out, and we were like, this guy came up, and I was like, we got to start telling these people that they can only have one, because some of them are taking two. And my friend was like, oh, sir. And he started to grab two. He's like, oh, sir, you can only have one. And he looked at her like, and he took that other piece of cake and walked off. And I was like, ooh, ooh, sucker. Because he was like, am I supposed to care? Like he just like totally, but you know, as long as he was full and he got the food that he wanted and anything like that and everything like that. And that's so awesome that I was able to give back. And that really meant so much to me. And I hope, you know, that her family knows that and she knows that. And it was just such an awesome experience. So go help out at a soup kitchen if you can. Go help feed the homeless, you know, give back because we really are truly really are a blessed community. And I think that sometimes we may take that for granted because um, of how we are raised and the fact that we have money. And you know, we're a stingy society with our money. Like we are stingy, and it's I'm stingy too. Like I don't want to go buy a you know, I don't want to have to buy somebody else a dollar burger, okay, even if it is a dollar. I'm stingy with my money. So you know, and I've gotten better at that. And we just got to get better. We've got to be a better world, because once we are a better world, things in our world will start to get better. You know, the environment, we need to change the way that we, you know, I think recycling is a really big important part, and we should recycle. And I think that, you know, we should pick up after ourselves instead of throwing it on the ground. There's so much that we could do to help our environment. And I think, you know, that's cool too. And I think that we should do something about that too. If only everybody, well, God, no, because there's like a heck of a lot of people in Austin as it is. But we need more cities like Austin who will actually go and go the extra mile by recycling and going green and things like that. And I think Austin just makes our world a better place, and that's why I'm just madly in love with Austin and you know, every ounce of it and things like that. So, well, thanks so much for hearing me out about what I thought about, you know, how you can change the world and things like that. You know, I know it was kind of crummy-ish. And I hope that you took something away from it. And I know it was kind of crummy-ish, but you know, we're going to talk about diversity next. And that is one thing that I'm going to hit the nail on. Sorry, we didn't get to the other clips that I recorded the other day, but we'll get to them sometime in this video or sometime in the up and coming video. So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment to my channel, and see you next time.